Hello, welcome to class this day. This is Carbon FX and I am Israel. And this day we'll be talking about technical analysis. Technical analysis is one of the ways to analyze financial markets in order to know what action to take per time, when to trade, when to come in, when to stay back, when to go long, when to go short, when to hold back to investment and when to release it. And this is one of the ways of analyzing the market in order to know your stance and to know your direction. And really, technical analysis comes with a slogan that history always repeats itself. Now, what you should have at the back of your mind is that there are patterns to things. Take a look at life generally. You discover that there is pattern to seasons, there is patterns to timings of the year and the like, and it has always been like this since. Now, what just happens is that when the cycle comes, it goes round and round and round and round again, and that is what technical analysis is all about. Now, you will look at what has happened, you connect the history with the present, and you use it to predict the future. Looking at it, you will have to have a practical platform where you can do your analysis on a view at a glance. When you see the platform, you look at it and you see that, okay, this is how it happened, or this is how it has always happened to this market, to this currency pair, especially in Forex, or to this commodity. So you are able to say that, okay, looking at what has always happened, then I can predict that this is where it will go. Of course, you have to have platforms like this, and looking at this, you discover that there are trends. There are some things we call trends. Trend talks about what is actually in vogue, what direction something seems to be going at a particular time. And you can have downtrend, you can have sideways trend, and you can have uptrend. The downtrend can also be called bearish and the uptrend bullish. And of course, you can see it in a way that, okay, there are boundaries for these trends whenever they are moving. And usually these trends are bounded by something called trend lines. Trend lines help you to guard the movement of the trade such that you're able to say that, okay, when it touches this line at the base, it will tend to bounce back and move forward, because that line serves as a form of resistance to it. And that will bring us to what is called resistance and support. Of course, we'll be going to the details of these with time, but this is an introduction to technical analysis. So having an understanding that history always repeats itself will help you to know that, okay, when prices hit this point, they tend to bounce back from history. And you'll see that, okay, if it is this point and certain things, certain parameters are in place, I can predict that this price will return back, or depending on how it presents itself, it will break through and then it will go in the other direction. So all this will be covered in technical analysis. And looking at this also, it's just something similar to the previous one we saw. You can see different trends per time. At every unit time, there is always a trend. It can be sideways, it can be uptrend, or it can be downtrend. Now, it is usually advised to trade alongside a trend, of course, because the trend tends to move further per time. So you look at it and then you see, if you look at these trends now, you look at some highs, you see some lows, some points where the price tends to turn back, some points where the price, when it breaks through that resistance point, it tends to go very far so as to establish the new trend. And also, you see that this chart here has some additional characters around it. You can see the yellow undulating line talking about 50-day moving average, and you can see also some trend lines. You can see some points where the line above, which is B point, that's the part touching the B, and the line below almost connecting the C to the A. And these are things that you have to place on your chart so that you can make some certain definitions. And down here you can also see some graphical patterns that are placed here. All these are called indicators, and indicators help you to determine direction or to confirm your direction, either a continuation or a reversal. You just need to keep tabs so that we can elaborate on this as we continue in the courses. We'll go into the details of all we're talking about. You can see it's parabolic SAR here. These ones also help you to confirm your direction. All right, I believe with this you have an introduction to technical analysis. Like I said at the inception, that you should always have at the back of your mind that technical analysis is aimed on the understanding that history tends to always repeat itself. History tends to always repeat itself. So you look at the pattern as it has always been, and then you look at it repeating itself, or you look at if it will even break out of that repetition, then how can I position myself right? Thank you for being present in this class. I believe you've had a wonderful time. If you have any question, you can do well to send your questions, your comments, your requests to us, and then we'll follow it up. Do have a